Okay, so finally, now that I have a big enough audience, I want to ask this serious question. I need people to give me real answers. So, one of my favorite prophets, Tomi Arayomi, which I do believe he's a prophet, just made a video addressing the issue of basically people saying that the Jews over there in Israel is not the true Jews, that, you know, they're not the real true Jews, the chosen people, whatever. And he's basically defending them. And I don't have a problem with that. Everybody can believe what they want. Fine. But I just have a really hard time believing that they are, because nothing about them as a people lines up with the Bible. Like, nothing. And there is so much evidence of them not being the children of Israel, the Jews, that at this point I need someone to give me evidence that they are. And I have heard nothing. Like, none, no tangible evidence, no history, nothing. And that is the part that I have a hard time with. And I'm like, give me something. I want to believe that everything is not a lie, and that everything is just, you know, it's a trick. But I'm like, nothing lines up. So even down to the physical characteristics, the children of Israel, the Hebrews, were real warriors. Have y'all seen them? There's not a warrior bone in their body. Not muscular, not being able to be outside. Like, there's no scruff physically, like, at all. Aside from the physical. And never mind. Even Solomon, never mind. Solomon, I believe it was King Solomon, he said he was dark as midnight, and his wife, or the woman he was in love with, black. So I'm confused. Anyway, aside from that, they will be known as a byword. They're not known as a byword. They're scattered to the four corners of the earth. They were never scattered to the four corners of the earth. They will be gathered back. When they came over there in 1948, there was a war where they moved in people out of they spot, and they took over. But nobody talks about the war. Anyway, history of slavery. Now, the children of Israel stiff-necked it, okay? I mean, constantly being enslaved. There's no history of them being slaves. There's no history of them being slaves. None of the curses of Deuteronomy 28, it's not there. It's not in their history. It's in our history. Hebrews were everywhere, the four corners of the earth, even before slavery. The Hebrews were in all four corners of the earth before slavery. I just read this last night. Anyway, I mean, just any of the characteristics of the children of Israel, they have none of them. And so I'm like, somebody please give me evidence that they are. And nobody has done that. There's nothing. It like disheartens me, because I'm like, this is a prophet that I really trust, that I really believe. I do believe he's a prophet. But on this one, I'm like, okay, I want to believe it too. But they don't line up at all. And they've already admitted that they're not the true Jews. And this is what confuses me, because I'm like, even the people from that religion have already admitted they're by conversion. They're not the original Jews or Hebrews at all. So if they've already admitted it, and I'm talking about rabbis have admitted they're not Judah, they're not from any of the, ask them what tribe they're from. They've already admitted they're, and then blood testing is illegal in Israel. Why? Because it would connect them to Europe. They're Europeans from the Caucasus Mountains, from the caves, y'all. just like the rest of Europe. So I really want to believe that it's real, but there's just nothing that anyone has brought. If any evidence that's been brought up is quite literally the opposite of the narrative we've been fed. And the crazy part is the Bible is about us. Saying that we won't even know who we are. We dry bones, y'all. All the things that have been done to us is literally in the Bible. It's not in their history. So that's what I'm not understanding, how. And we can't forget that the Jews funded slavery. Whose ships were they on? They were Jewish ships that were built by the Jews, or at least funded by the Jews. I don't know who built them physically. There's so much evidence against it that I'm like, can someone give me something that does line up? Anybody? But it's silence. That's the only thing.